All right, guys, we're gonna clean up the agates. We need to remove all the oil in here first with some hot water and soap. Scratch it a little bit so we make sure that all the oil stays away. We're gonna drop it on the bottom of the bucket so everything starts getting out. We're gonna leave it in there for a few minutes and then check them out and put them on the ultrasonic cleaner to remove the excess of oil as well. This one is a beautiful piece. Let's see. We're gonna follow up all the polish steps that we use to get a perfect flat polish of the pieces. And then we're gonna clean the husk, removing the excess of hose rock and turn it into really beautiful specimen so it doesn't start dropping up some hose rock on the cases when you exhibit them. But the three pieces are incredible and I'm so excited to see them polished already. Let's leave it in there for a while and then we'll pick them up. Now we're gonna set them on the ultrasonic cleaner for a couple of minutes. So all the oil, you can see that there still have some oil. Everything is gonna go to the top. And that way we're gonna finish cleaning them and then we're gonna get them flat. But it's so hard to remove the oil from these pieces. There's many methods to remove the oil from the pieces, but I think this is the fastest. Great pieces. Let's see, it's gonna sound weird. Look how everything is getting away from the piece. They're getting clean. The ultrasonic cleaner, we're gonna use it on another step as well. And you can use it on multiple steps to either remove the polish or to remove the grit or to remove the excess at the end. But that's a really great machine that you can find them on anywhere on the internet. They are ready. You can see all the oil on the top, which was removed from all the specimens. And now our next step is that we're gonna get them flat on the flat lap. We need to get them extremely flat so that reciprocal laps will do the job. For instance, you see this little stair that the saw left in here. We're gonna remove it. On this flat lap, I like to use an 80 grit diamond blade disc. It's not that raw. We need to make sure that it's completely flat. We managed to remove the little stair. Like always, when I set it up, I put it like, I get on my knees and aim that I'm removing the step like really, really straight. Because if you put it like this, just like that, it's gonna start grinding the other sides. And you don't want the piece to be completely round up. We'll do this for a while. If you have a good saw, you're gonna place a nice straight cut. If you don't, you're gonna take a couple of minutes or even hours just to flat one of the pieces. So you gotta make sure that always your saw blade is well aligned. We have these saw marks in here. We have a little stair here. Slow down the speed. This is a great machine because what you want is to get a complete flat specimen. That way you can put a flat polish and it's gonna be like a mirror. And the method that I'm gonna be showing you, it's gonna be a fast method, what we're gonna be doing. The only thing that it will take some time are the reciprocal laps, because you need to leave it in there for a few hours, or even you can leave it in there for a day. But we're just gonna do a couple of hours so you can see the polish that we're gonna put into the piece. This hose rock that you see here, we're gonna remove it with another machine at last. On the reciprocal laps, it's gonna start dropping all this material, but later on we're gonna clean it up and leave a full, beautiful specimen. You can feel by how it's scratching and how it sounds when the agate is not completely flat. So this one, it will take us some time. I don't know if you can hear that kind of scratching here. Now it moves way better. We need to be checking the piece. You see this little stair here? That's a problem about the blade. So I'm gonna put a little bit more weight on this side with my hand. Sometimes on these flat laps, when you're always going round into one side, the kind of like that diamond gets filled up by some silica. So one cool thing about this is like you can put it on reverse. So it's gonna start flipping to the other side and it's gonna start scratching like if it was brand new. So you can do this multiple times. It's gonna stop and then start rotating to the other side. You will hear the sound. There we go. Let's go. You listen to this? Now it's scratching. You'll need to grind it up a little bit. Probably gonna go to the side here. It's getting off, but still has some saw marks. So the next step is that we're gonna put them on the reciprocal lap. They're already flat, and you can tell all these pieces, we already flat them up. These are like the classic pieces that we're finding. So the ones that we caught, you can really tell that they're way, way superior. Don't get me wrong, all of them are beautiful, but of course, having something like this is just insane. You can see all the scratches from the flat lap, and the reciprocal lap is gonna help us to remove them. So the first step in here is that we're gonna throw a little bit of water on these reciprocal laps. Make sure that some water in there. Now that the reciprocal lap is ready, we're gonna throw some silicon carbide. This is 120. We use 120 when we want to do something fast, and we use 80 and leave it overnight because the grid starts turning out too smaller. So from 80 we'll change to 120 to 20 or whatever. But now, because we are on a rush of getting these pieces polished, we're just gonna leave it here for a few hours. The water, it's gonna be evaporating, so you gotta be checking it. Right now we're in a hot area, so we're gonna go to the mine. That's why we're gonna just leave it here for a few hours, and the water level is gonna go down. So now we're gonna set all the pieces upside down here. You can hear how it's scratching, and they're working right now. To protect them so they don't bump, we use these little circles. These are PVC tubes that we slice like this, and they help to avoid that damage. Of course, we have different sizes. For instance, we can use some big ones in here, and for small ones, we just put them in between here. We just fill them up. You see the saw marks? When we're gonna take them out, there will not have them anymore. Some people, they put some weight on top to do all the polish steps in here. This is not gonna be our case because we're showing another method. These are not bad, but of course, this is another level. See all the scratches? I love how they just dance all over the place, and they're working right now. You can spend hours watching them, but I don't like to touch them while they're doing the work, because some of the pieces you saw that they have some hose rock, and that hose rock is gonna fall apart. So if you start like picking them up, looking at them, they're probably gonna drop some hose rock, and if you put them upside down, they're gonna land on top of the hose rock, and the problem is that they're gonna start to get more scratch, you know, and the process is gonna just slow down. So we just leave it like that for a while and let them work. You can see that these ones are really big and they can fit a lot of pieces. So what we usually do is that we wait for a big batch, and when they're ready, we throw them in here. You know, some of the steps we can, you know, jump them, like do not do the reciprocal laps and polish them directly. But when you use the reciprocal laps, they will help you to get a better sanding and later a polish. So that's why I don't mind waiting a bit to get the best result that can come out. We're gonna have to grind down a few more pieces that we have there and get the reciprocal laps filled in. A few hours went by, and let's see how these pieces are. Okay, let me guess. So I think One of the pieces was this one. See the matte polish in there. Another piece was this one. You can see the matte polish in there as well. Another piece I think was this one. Wow, it's amazing. It's all flat, everything. Great job. Another piece was this one, I believe. Yeah. I will clean it up and show it how it looks made and without the saw marks. And we got this one. There's a lot of hose rock in here. And on this one, you see all the pieces of the hose rock that came apart. That's why we don't pick them up while they're running. Because if you put them back, they're gonna sit down on top of this and they're gonna ruin the rock. So these were the 3 pairs. Let's clean them up and get them ready to get some sanding. Look, all the hose rock gets removed, but we're gonna use another tool later to remove it completely. This one is gonna turn out really good when it gets polished. It's all flat completely. I don't feel any scratches. And they're gonna turn super good. We're gonna set them up on the ultrasonic cleaner, but I think this one, we're gonna remove a little bit of the hose rock before. So on the sanding step, it doesn't start breaking up. They're gonna turn super awesome. This is a powder tool. This tool is really hard to come by. They don't make it anymore. So this is super helpful to remove the excess of the hose rock. I'm just gonna remove it a little bit from the face, and later when we're done polishing it, I'm gonna completely remove everything. You need to be really careful, because if you hit the agate, it's gonna break. It does an amazing job cleaning the specimen. And now the face is gonna be more complete. Nothing that it's gonna be causing any kind of disruption on the face. It has a lot of hose rock everywhere. I think that's fine. Let's throw them on the ultrasonic cleaner for a couple of minutes so they finish cleaning up, and let's get to the sanding step. I think this is fine. Put them on the ultrasonic cleaner. you're gonna start seeing how everything starts moving away from the piece. The ultrasonic cleaner goes inside spots that nothing else can go. And it cleans everything like super good. Like for instance, if you have any kind of dirt on your nails, you put your fingers, it's just gonna remove it. It could be dangerous to stick your hands there for a while, but it's a really great machine to have. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dry sand it. We use 100, 200, 400, 600, and 1,000 belts. This machine, we make it ourselves, and it's custom made, and it goes super fast. And we need to kind of grind it down a bit in a way that it's removing everything. If you hit it up, if you touch it and it burns you, it's gonna break. You always need a face mask for this, because if you breathe this silica, it will never go out of your lungs. So we're gonna run all of them and show you the end result. All right guys, job is done. They're ready, so let's check it out. Right now we have indirect sunlight, but you're probably gonna see a little bit of the mirror that they're pulling out. I think this piece is spectacular with all the tubes, the chromatography and everything. I like the wild ones, and it's a large piece. Also, we got this guy as well. This one is another large size one. No signs of windows. But I love the parallax and also the super purpley amethyst on the center. You will see how different they look right now when we put it directly to the sunlight. But you can see how the polish is good. I don't know if you can see it from there, but it's really good. Takes a while to get to this level of polishing. We got this other one. I love the shape. I think we placed the best cut as possible. This guy is just a gem. I love how tight the banding is, both of the flow channels, the parallax, the color combination is just incredible, and they do deserve a really great polish. And this specimen is just perfect. Let's take a video of them on the sun so you can see the difference. Okay, this is directly to the sunlight, and you can see all the details on this piece. Also the little one just floating there, some rainbows on the quartz. I think this piece is pretty wild, pretty cool. Let's see this agate. Wow, I love this piece. Everything about it, the multicolor, the crazy amethyst on the center, the super fine banding, parallax, the depth, the clouds here, all the dots on the banding, the moss agate. This one is insane. Let's see. Wow, oh my God. Seriously, I cannot get tired of it. This one is just perfect. This will be on a cover of a book. It's incredible. I really cannot believe that this is even real. Super appealing to my eyes. I love the flow channels, the fine banding, how the bands break like spider web. This one is incredible. What a piece. I love it. If you guys make it this far, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video and that something good came out of it. Let us know in the comments which is your favorite piece or which kind of videos would you like to see. Also, if you're looking for a special piece like that, you can always check our site agatesfrommexico.com, and see you on the next one.